Will County was founded in the Illinois Prairie at the crossroads of several rivers. In the early days, fur traders recognized the advantage of travel from the Great Lakes to the Mississippi River and on to the Gulf of Mexico. Over the decades, the Will County economy has been steered by coal mining, limestone quarrying, and manufacturing. Farming continues to be an important commodity in much of eastern Will County. Today, Will County continues to grow and flourish with a wide variety of economic development. With our crossroads location, affordable housing, and excellent schools, it is no wonder why many families and businesses have chosen to call Will County home. Join us now as we explore another of the many facets of Will County at Work with your host, Will County Executive Larry Walsh.
Welcome to another edition of Will County at Work. I'm your host, Larry Walsh, and today you will notice that we are in a different location. I'm here at the newly constructed Silver Cross Medical Office Building located on the campus of the new Silver Cross Hospital. My guest today is Paul Pollock, President and CEO of Silver Cross. Paul, thank you very much for being with me today.
I'm glad to be here, Larry.
Well, we're going to have a very informative group here today and a meeting, and you know, this is such a wonderful experience to witness the construction and development of a brand new state-of-the-art hospital.
Yeah.
And the decisions that you and your board had to make this very difficult decision.
Right.
And I remember you talking about how much you went through and how many meetings and etc. And your board really took some painstaking time in making the decision on what to do. And here we are out on Route 6, 3.5 miles east of the current campus, and a brand new facility in the works. So Silver Cross has been in our community for over 100 years now, about, isn't it?
That's right, 115.
115 years. And so can you give us a little sort of background? I mean, you're not old enough to know all that what happened 115 years ago, but give us a little history of Silver Cross participation and involvement in our community.
Okay, that'd be great. You know, we got our origins, of course, from the Will County Union of King's Daughters and Sons.
Yes.
They founded our hospital 115 years ago. And at that time, we had 33 beds. Today, with the new hospital, we'll have almost 300 beds. And it's been a long journey. You're absolutely right about that, Larry. When we first started discussing the new hospital, and when it'll be finished, which will be February 2012, it'll be 8 years. Long time.
8 years in the planning and through construction,
implementation,
and
construction, and everything. It'll be 8 years. So that's almost a decade. So that's a long time. But I think when the public does use our medical office buildings, and particularly the hospital, they're going to be thrilled. And if you don't mind, I'd like to talk about the hospital.
Absolutely.
The new hospital will be done in February 2012, so we got about 18-20 months to go. I was in there the other day, and I would encourage you after this, perhaps if you have the time, to go in there. But I was on the 6th floor, and you can basically see all of Will County. It really is majestic, it's scenic, it's really a great view. The hospital itself will be about 600,000 square feet, and then we'll have 3 medical office buildings, which will be 250,000 square feet. Right now, our current hospital has 11 buildings, and sometimes it's somewhat of a maze to get to point A to point B. But in the new hospital, we won't have that. Basically, 50% of our admissions come through the ER, and after you see a doctor there and they decide to admit you, really it's just going to be a very short ride to your new room. The new rooms are going to be spectacular. They're going to be approximately 300 square feet.
All private?
All private.
All private rooms.
And our intention is to bring as much technology to the bedside.
Right.
And so some procedures like EKGs and x-rays and etc., laboratory, will be done at the bedside versus of taking the patient down to that department.
Right.
The other feature is that family and friends, if they wish, can spend the night with the patient. We have sofas that will become beds, sleepers, and we'll have just about every medical and modern technology that you need. We'll have a 42-inch TV, so that's not bad if you want to watch something.
Yeah, maybe I can make her a night room reservation for a good basketball, football game.
Yeah, it'll be expensive, but we do have great TVs.
Yes.
And the thing that I think is pretty cool about all this, let's assume that you come to the hospital for a hip replacement.
Yeah.
And of course you're going to get an x-ray before and after the procedure. When your orthopedic surgeon visits with you, he or she is going to be able to show you those pictures either on the computer or on the TV.
On the TV.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think that's going to be a great feature. But surrounding all that is really our customer service and being a top 100 hospital. Right. And I just got a report this past week that if you look at our customer service, and we're rated against 2,500 hospitals in the United States, we're in the top 10% in the country.
Yeah, right.
And top 100, that speaks for itself.
Well, as you mentioned, as being in the top 10%, you've been very, very fortunate that you have been awarded the award of the top 100 hospitals in all of the United States for the sixth year in a row, right?
Yep.
Well, that's truly an unbelievable honor.
Yeah. Well, if I may, how those all got started was we had numerous discussions with our board, with our medical staffs and our employees, and we decided approximately 10 years ago that we wanted to be a top 100. And we really didn't know if it was possible. But we decided that even if we didn't become a top 100, it was worth the effort because it improves patient care. And what the top 100 means is there's literally about 5,000 hospitals in the United States, and we're in the top 100 now. And what that means is, from the state of Illinois, is that we're the only hospital to receive this award the last 6 years. And in the United States itself, there's Silver Cross and 4 other hospitals that have received this award for the last 6 consecutive years.
So you're one of 5 in all of the United States that has the honor been 6 years in a row.
That's correct.
That's unbelievable. And what is the criteria that is used to basically decide that you make this top 100?
Okay. It's run by a group called Thomson's Reuters. And basically they take all of our Medicare information, distracts, and then they have their criteria. And their criteria is based on the highest clinical outcomes, the highest patient safety, customer service, efficiency in the way we manage our hospital, and then financial outcomes. And they establish criteria. You can't apply for this award. You don't buy this award. They just abstract all the Medicare information, and then they determine who the top 100 is. So if you're a top 100, you're going across all the board. First, it's just selected disease entities, which some hospitals are more concerned about.
Okay, so quite a stringent list of accomplishments that you have to, in order to accomplish that 6 years in a row. That's phenomenal. So, well,
our goal is to win it several more times. But you might ask yourself, what does this mean to John Q. Public? I mean, that sounds good, but what does it mean? It basically means that if you are a patient and you're a Medicare patient and you visit a top 100 hospital, your chances of surviving that hospital admission are so much higher.
So much higher, yeah.
If all hospitals in the United States, all 5,000 hospitals, operated like the top 100, this is really a sad figure, but we'd have 97,000 more Medicare survivors leaving the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And that's a big number, Larry.
That is huge.
Big number.
That is huge.
Complications, you're looking at approximately 197,000 medications that would not happen. And I believe the United States government would save approximately $5–6 billion a year. So your focus is high quality and then low cost. And if you can do that, you got a good chance to be a top 100.
Well, Paul, give us the groundbreaking ceremony took place on
July 2008.
2008. So just a little over 2 years we've been at it.
Yeah.
And so the total investment, let's say, of the hospital itself is going to be about what?
It's going to be approximately $375 million.
$375 million. And but with all the other amenities that are going to be added, both from Silver Cross, you're going to have a few more buildings also, right?
Yes.
And then other partners that you have created, the partnerships you've created with some of your other affiliates, there could be a total investment here in this area of close to $1 billion.
I would think more like
600 million,
500 million, maybe 600 million tops.
Okay, okay. But then there's still plenty of room out here that I truly believe, and we have stated at CED meetings and stuff, that at the end this could become an unbelievable state-of-the-art healthcare facility area here now with the new I-355 and the interchange here at Route 6, and we're going to get this road improved out in front of the hospital and get the intersections and everything and signalization taken care of, that we will see, I believe, that kind of investment taking place here. So the number of jobs are good local labor unions and employees. How many jobs have you been providing here for the last couple of years?
For the construction and union jobs, the hospital was created about 1,000 new jobs.
Wow, that's great.
And the impact on the county is approximately $100 million right now. And when we finish the project, it'll be about $150 million that went to local companies and Will County citizens.
Okay. And then, after we get done, you have a full-fledged hospital that you're running right now back on in Joliet, on the east side of Joliet. There will be new jobs created just by the growth and the size of your hospital?
That's correct.
And how many would that be about?
Well, if you look at the old campus right now, Larry, we're in negotiations with the VA, Veterans Administration.
Yes, right.
And they're very interested in taking our old ER. I really shouldn't call it old because it's only 4 or 5 years old.
That's right. It was almost brand new when you made this decision.
But that ER is about 60,000 square feet, which will be a vast improvement for what they have now here in Joliet. And so we think that will happen as soon as we come up here. There's another organization that is definitely coming, and that's Aunt Martha's.
That's correct.
And Aunt Martha's is a large company, business, organization that right now operates 17 federally qualified healthcare centers. And basically what that is, it's a federally funded program to support primary care clinics for people who perhaps don't have the necessary funding to get the best hospital care.
That's correct.
And so they're going to be locating on our campus. They're going to have approximately 25,000 square feet, and they received a grant from the feds of about $6 million.
That's right.
And so that's going to build the facility. And I would imagine about 18 months from now, maybe 2 years, they'll be operating, but they'll also start operating come this October. So they're going to bring some doctors out to our campus, put them in our arts building.